I don't want to be an alarmist because there's nothing to be alarmed about. But there's something that is piquing my curiosity about something that has is going viral right now. Yeah, Safaricom has been given approval by CMA to launch Ziidi Money Market Fund. Yeah, and the reports that we are seeing is that this is as a result of, or Safaricom opted to take this because of the ownership struggle or ownership tussle that there was in Mali. Now, if you have Safaricom app, you know there's an MMF in Safaricom that is called Mali. Mali apparently was a brand of Guineas. Yeah, the MMF Guineas. Now, the reports that we are seeing now allege that Standard Investment Bank claimed to own the name Mali, and Guineas claimed to own the product Mali. I don't know if that's clear. The Standard Investment Bank claimed to own the product Mali, the name Mali rather, and Guineas claimed to own the product Mali. Now, Safaricom, being the platform that Mali ran on its Mpesa app, now goes ahead and gets an approval from CMA to open yet another MMF called Ziidi. From Mali to Ziidi. This is where my curiosity gets piqued. There is an ownership struggle with Mali. Standard Investment Bank saying Mali is our name, so it is our product. We own it. Gang is saying it's our product, so we own it. I don't know what the fight really is about because it's not in the public domain, but I'm talking about what we've seen in the reports in media, right? Now, Safaricom, after forming Ziidi, while forming Ziidi MMF, shifting from Mali, gave the ecosystem of Ziidi. We have Safaricom, of course, the person that has been communicated to us, and then it's reported that they are forming Ziidi in partnership with 3 companies. We have Sanlam, East Africa Investment Company. We have Standard Investment Bank, the same party that had an ownership struggle with Mali, now is in Ziidi. And the third party that we see in Ziidi is a company called Ala Capital. Have you ever heard about Ala Capital? Well, does not mean that it does not exist. Ala Capital is a company that was formed or that was licensed in the year 2023, last year. And then 1 year down the line, it's now part of the ecosystem of Ziidi. Ziidi, yeah? Which the other ecosystem is Standard Investment Bank, which in Mali, it was claiming ownership of Mali. And that is why Safaricom opted to seek approval for Ziidi. I told you something is piquing my curiosity. Now, as if that is not enough, those who were in Mali, the investors who had invested their monies in Mali, remember there's an ownership struggle. SIB and Guineas. Now, for those who had invested in Mali, we receive messages telling us that Ziidi will now pay us our money. So, who actually owned Mali? Who is Mali? Mali is still there in Mpesa app. It's still there. But now we have Ziidi. I had given my money to Mali, which has an ownership struggle between Guineas and SIB. And then Safaricom forms Ziidi. And this Ziidi, the ecosystem is this SIB. We have Ala, which is a company which was formed last year in 2023. Ziidi is being launched this year. And we have Sanlam Investment Bank. Now we know for you to have an MMF, you need to have a custodian, you need to have the fund manager, and you need to have a trustee. I don't know what this ecosystem is going to be like. ALA, the new company which was formed last year, Standard Investment Bank, which is the guys behind Mansa, which is actually a good performing fund, and Sanlam Investment Bank. I don't know what their ecosystem is going to be, but my curiosity was if there was a struggle between SIB and Genghis saying the product is ours, Mali saying it's ours because the name is, Standard saying that it's ours because the name is ours. Then Safaricom gets approval for Ziidi, and then this Ziidi is the ecosystem still has this SIB, and the monies that we had in Mali is now being brought to SIB. It's now being brought to Ziidi. It's something that has piqued my curiosity, and like I told you guys, as you invest in an MMF, in a money market fund, before you give somebody your money to manage for you, you need to understand its ecosystem. You need to understand the underlying assets that this MMF invest in. Now, if you're not able to pick out this and ask yourself such questions that I'm asking you guys, I'm not saying your money is going to be lost. Safaricom certainly is a reputable company. Yeah? SIB is also a reputable company. It's been in the market. We know the directors, we know where they were, we know their history, their performance and their history. It's a good company as a standalone. Sanlam is also a reputable company as a standalone. Now, ALA is a new company. We don't have its history, but we can go behind the company and check who owns Sanlam or who are the directors, not Sanlam. You can go behind ALA and check who are the directors, who are the brains behind ALA. Even though it has got no much experience. It was licensed last year, 2023. And this year, 2024, it has already partnered with Safaricom to form Ziidi, which is going to be a rival, quote unquote, of Mali. And Mali had an ownership tussle between Genghis and SIB. And now this Ziidi has SIB in his ecosystem. Anyways, we are going to dig for more information, and I hope that we'll share. But if you have any answers to the questions that I'm asking, please let me know in the comment section what you think about this whole occurrence. The Mali, SIB, and Genghis. And by the way, if you are in Mali, for some time, Mali was locked. And it runs on Safaricom's platform. So it could only be Safaricom, maybe an instructions of Genghis, or SIB, or a court order, I don't know, or CMA, I don't know. New investors could not open Mali account. They could not invest in Mali as a new investor. But those who already invested in Mali could continue investing, and they could continue. They were actually earning revenues. Yeah? And then we have Ziidi. Anyway, it's a whole interesting scenario that you're seeing playing out. If you have any information that can help us answer these questions, please let me know in the comment section. Otherwise, I'm going to dig out further and I'll come back to you guys. All right? See you on the next video.